welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanice from Shanice DK Designs, and in this video I'm going to be going over my first full year selling on Amazon KDP. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely stay tuned and watch the full video. I am trying to get to 4,000 views here on YouTube, or 4,000 watch hours, whatever it is. I'm trying to get there, so definitely give your girl that support. Also, please like this video and share it with someone who you think might find this information useful. So as I said, we are going to be going over my first full year on Amazon KDP. So this is just going to cover books that I made. When was the last time I made a book? It's going to cover how much I made and just any tips and tricks that I feel may help you on your journey as you decide to start creating books on Amazon KDP, or as you're continuing with your creation of those books on Amazon KDP. So I hope you find this video helpful, as I said, and I'm just gonna hop right in. So I'm already logged into the dashboard. As you can see, I'm just gonna pull my face down. My face still looks a little, can I move my face somewhere else? I'm gonna put my face up here for a while. So I've already logged in, as you can see here. So the first thing we will go over is the last time I actually made a book. So this book here, I just published it. I do need to go back and edit the cover again. I'm waiting for them to review that and post that up there. But the last time I actually published a book on KDP, you can see here, it was March 29th of 2022. So when I started back in November 2021, I was kind of still trying to figure things out. I made some books. And then March, it seems that I stopped making books. So that should tell you. I do also have another stationery shop, or another part of my stationery business, where I sell sticky notes like this one here that I have my little notes on. They're also here on my wall. And so I think throughout the year, I actually got caught up in the stationery business. And so, well, that other side of my stationery business, since journals are stationery, and I got caught up in that side of it, that I really didn't go back to designing any more books on KDP. Even though that was the case, so even though I was not making new journals, I was still receiving sales. And so we're going to hop into that next portion of things right now. So I'm going to go to reports, and we're going to look at the sales I made. And once we're done with that, I'm going to actually share with you some tips that I wrote down to help you on your journey. So we'll go to orders, and I want to go to 2022. All right, so not this month, but last year. So we're going to look at the entire year. So all books from January 1st to December 31st of 2022, I got 274 orders. And remember, I stopped making books in March, okay? March, that's when I stopped making books. And I got 274 orders. So, as you can see, I spoke about this book once already, where I did get 51 orders of this book, which was amazing. My Locked Hair Care Journal, this was the very first journal that I ever published. And as I said, I have locks, right? And so this was one of those low content books that is helpful for people with locks. And so that's a very niche type of market. And so I actually sold 33 copies of that book in 2022. So these two books at the top are low content books, which means that they do have some form of prompts inside. It's not just a plain journal that has like blank sheets in. It's not like a blank sheets journal, but they actually have prompts in there. So those are the two books that I sold most of. The third book is actually one of those blank journals. And so it's my Black Girl Magic Writing Journal. So I sold 31 copies of that. And then the fourth book is my budget book. So again, this is a low content book. It has things, budgeting tools, budgeting pages for weekly, monthly paycheck budgeting. It has a debt snowballing sheet in there. So this is a low content book. This one here is a no content book because it's literally just lines on a paper. One thing that I'm realizing is that people prefer those low content books, so the books that have the prompts or they have specific things that they're supposed to write on or do, versus books where it's just like a plain journal. But they're still valuable and they still sell. So this book surprised me. This was one of those books I was like, this is not the greatest of books, but it's just a teacher attendance book where teachers just kind of write which kid is in class today. So that's all this is. And I sold 18 copies of that. So that was pretty amazing. And there's another book. So this book, I noticed that this book was on a serious uptick. I was like, what? 17 copies sold? I completely forgot about this book for a really long time, y'all. So I was actually pretty excited to see this book doing so well. And I'm actually going to talk to you more about this book in particular in just a short time period. So these were the books that I sold. As you get down to the end of the list, you're going to start seeing zeros, which means that for majority of the books that I published, I did not even sell any of them. This is a reading journal. I only sold one copy of the hardcover, but I do have a paperback version that did okay. And so the rest of these books never sold, not even one copy, which is fine, right? Which is fine. So that's why one of the tips that I would still share with anyone is to make more books, right? You never know what's going to take off, and you never know when that book is going to take off. So my first tip is to publish more books. That I stopped publishing books in March, which isn't great. And so I would urge you to publish more books and probably try to publish consistently throughout the year. So that's actually one of my goals for 2023, is to publish more books consistently throughout the year. My second tip is to keep an eye out for sales. So there are times when Amazon may put your book on sale, which may bring it up, right? So it boosts your book. They still pay you their full money, so you don't need to worry about that. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more, but keep an eye out for sales. So I'm going to show you that book that I said I was going to come back to. It was my thoughts on how to be better each and every day. So that was a book that I published. This is that book that I published November 21st of 2021, right? It was one of the very first books that I published. Very simple cover, my thoughts on how to be better each and every day. Pretty simple book. I logged into KDP and I saw that I sold 14 of them. I was like, what? I sold 14 at the end of last year. And so I was like, nah, that's crazy. So I started doing some digging. I went and I pulled up the book on Amazon. When I saw that Amazon was selling this book for 91 cents, I was pretty shocked. I was like, why are you selling my book for 91 cents? What are you doing? And then I Googled it and I realized that although Amazon may be selling your book for 91 cents, they're still going to pay you the same royalties that you agreed on. So I set my book for $6.99, and I have a specific royalty based on that purchase price that I set. And so Amazon is still going to pay me my full royalty amount. They're not going to take any of that money. However, they're selling the book for 91 cents, which means that they are the ones who are covering whatever else is there. So it's really, really, really good when Amazon puts your book on sale. So you may be wondering, why did Amazon put my book on sale? Well, there are a few reasons why they could put your book on sale. The first one is they saw that this book was getting a lot of traffic and they felt like this lower price point might encourage people to buy the book more. Another reason is that your book started selling, right? So it started doing well, and they were like, okay, we're going to print this amount of books. And they printed these, probably a large quantity of books, but then the book stopped selling. So now they have these quantities already printed and on hand, and they want to kind of get them sold. Or who knows? It's just random, right? They just do what they want. So there are plenty of reasons why they may put your book on sale, but it's really, really, really good when they do because you benefit from that. So when I noticed that this book was on sale, which and I just noticed it like 2 days ago, I've been promoting this book non-stop. I'm like, hey, this is only less than $1. Go grab one, which is what I'm saying to you. This is less than $1. Go grab one. Support your girl, okay? I'm gonna drop this link in the comments, or yeah, in the comments and the description. And if it's still 91 cents, go ahead and purchase one and support your girl. I think the max you can purchase is 4. So if you're feeling generous, go ahead and purchase 4. And so the more people purchase your book, I'm assuming that the more that ranking will increase, right? Even though it's selling for 91 cents. And so I've been promoting this book nonstop for the last 2 days, and I'm going to keep promoting it until the price goes back to what it is normally. And so that is another one of my tips, is just to keep an eye out for sales and make sure that when you do see those sales, you start promoting your books. Another thing is, if you feel like you have a good book, keep promoting it, even when that price changes. Just keep promoting that good book that you have, because it's worth it, right? It's worth it for people to see it, especially if you think the book is beneficial to a lot of people. So take your time when creating your books and when publishing. For instance, in my case, if I had taken my time when creating this book, I could have tried my best to make the cover a little more appetizing, or a little more, I don't know, I could have tried to do something a little different to it, but I like it the way it is. But I'm just saying, if I was to go back and do it. Also, I noticed I have a typo, I think, right here in this first sentence. So each day we better a chance to be our best selves. Like, what is that? So that's my second tip, and I'm also taking note of that myself, is to watch out for these typos and just reread everything to make sure that your sentences are correct. Sorry, I keep looking at myself instead of at the camera. But just, watch out for these things, and when you spot them, if you have the time, go ahead and edit it to just make it not be there anymore. For instance, in this title, I have 6x9. Obviously, there was supposed to be a space here, or at least the 6x9 should have been fully together. So just little things like that. I haven't edited this one because, as I said, I completely forgot about this book until I saw those sales. And when I did see the sale, when I did get those sales, eventually I saw that Amazon placed my book on sale. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to edit this. And the next thing, the sale disappears before I get to promote it, from here to the end of the earth. So after I get done promoting this, when the price goes back to $6.99, then I'll go in and fix any issues that I'm seeing now that this book has resurfaced. So those are my tips, guys. Those are my tips. I guess I didn't show you how much I made. So let's see if I can find that. I think I would need to go into royalties estimator, and I'll actually show you how much I made for that year. And then that will wrap up this very long video. Okay, so last year, for all of my books on Amazon, I made $741.25, and I think that is amazing. I think it is pretty good. Lifetime is what I selected. What? All right, so for my lifetime on Amazon, so from October 11th, 2021 to January 3rd, 2023, I've made $1,092.94, which I think is amazing. It's crazy. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you watched it all the way through so I can get to 4,000 watch hours. And I also hope you subscribe if you are new to my channel. I'm going to try to upload videos more regularly. I say that all the time, but for 2023, I think I mean it. See you in my next one. Bye, guys.